All right. Shalom. First and foremost, as always, want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto YAHAWAH Bashem YAHAWASHI, Bahashem Rakak Kodesh. Double honors to the apostles and unto the elders, great millstone, GMS, who taught me this truth. And honors to the brethren in the Oculus, pushing out this truth with all sincerity and in faith. And to Wadi YAHAWAH Bashem YAHAWASHI for allowing me to come back with another lesson. And the title of this lesson is simply going to be Give Warning. Or, no, I'll switch it up. I'll title it You've Been Warned. And that goes to really the whole entire world, because, we are a prophet unto the nations. Yet, nevertheless, when we give warning, because when you go to the book of Ezekiel and it says, give them warning from me, we're supposed to be warning you Israelites of the times and the things that are to come, and to warn you of the nations of really your future and what's laid up, what's in store for you down the road, which that's just being under us, being servants unto the nation of Israel. But yet nevertheless, let me grab this. This is Ezekiel chapter 3 verse 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel, and a watchman watches, and not only does he watch, he warns. And I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth, and give them warning from me. And that's right. That's what we're supposed to be doing. Giving warning to you Israelites of what's to come. Because when you go to the first verse of this chapter, it says, moreover, he said unto me, son of man, eat that thou findest, eat this roll. And this ain't talking about a cinnamon roll, okay? This is talking about the roll represents this word. And it says, and go speak unto the house of Israel, you see? And that's who we're supposed to go into. That's why we go to the highways and to the hedges. So I opened my mouth, and he caused me to eat that roll. And he said unto me, son of man, cause thy belly to eat, and fill thy bowls with this roll that I give thee. Then did I eat it, and it was in my mouth as honey for sweetness. See, it's sweet, but then with the sweet, you also have to have that, that bitter. Okay, but we're supposed to give warning, and who's warning you? Yahawah Bashem YAHAWASHI through us, because that's who he speaks to. He speaks to his men. Let's grab Proverbs 1 in verse 23. And it says, turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. And that's accomplished by way of his men. And it says, because I have called, and you refused. See, so he's calling through us, but yet you refuse. And you're gonna have to. There comes a consequence with that. You're not taking heed. Because here it is, we're trying to warn you to get out of this fire. See, here it is, the house is on fire, and we're trying to grab you up, get you out of there, and you pushing us away. You refuse him. And I stretch out my hand, and no man regarded. But ye have sat in all my counsel, and with none of my reproof. I also will laugh at your calamity, and I will mock when your fear cometh. See, when your fear cometh. And when your fear cometh as a desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. You see that? And that's exactly what's going to happen. Because when all these things, all these plagues, all the lamentations, the mourning and the woe, the sword, famine, death, and destruction come, that's when you're going to try and call and seek the Lord. But he ain't going to answer you. You're going to seek him, but you're not going to be able to find him, because he's going to take his men from off these streets. Okay? And it says, for that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord. They would none of my counsel. They despised all my reproof. See? And that's what the majority of our people do. Therefore shall they eat the fruit of their own way, which their way is in the way of righteousness. Most of our people live the way of the wicked, and be filled with their own devices. For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from the fear of evil. See, those that hearken, those that take heed, they're going to be quiet from that fear of evil. But for those of you that do not, what do you think is going to happen? Think about it. It's the book of Isaiah 62, verse 6. And it says, and I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence. You see that? So those of us that make mention of YAHAWASHI, we're not supposed to keep silence. We're supposed to be speaking. Speaking of what? The return of our Lord, the mark of the beast to come, the famines, pestilences that'll arrive, all the wonders of YAHAWASHI, right? Because he stretched his wonders upon Egypt, and he's going to do this to modern day Egypt. He's going to smite Egypt with plagues as before, and that's what we warn you of. That's why the book of Joel goes into this, blow ye the trumpet in Zion. It says, blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand. And that's right. So the day of the Lord is going to come. It's nigh, it's near, it's at hand. It's not something that is afar off, okay? And that day is a what? A day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness. And it says, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong, that have not been ever the like, neither shall any be more after it, even to the years of many generations. See, but that day is a dark day, a gloomy day. Okay? And that's what we warn you of too, because a lot of our people don't know. A lot of our people have been deceived their whole entire life that there's nothing wrong with the world, that everything is just supposed to be the way it is, and given a false, depiction of our power, of who the world will call God and Jesus, which the true name is Yahweh and the Son's name is YAHAWASHI. And our people are all messed up, man. See, but we know that when we go out to these highways, when we make our lessons, we know that the majority of our people aren't going to hearken. We know that the majority of our people aren't going to listen. But it is our duty and our job as the watchmen to continue to warn, to continue to let you know of that which is to come. Because that's what the prophets did it for. This is the book of Jeremiah 25:4. And the Lord has sent unto you all his servants the prophets, rising early and sending them. But ye have not hearkened, nor inclined your ear to hear. But what do? You go after, you still continue to do that which you do. Worship other gods, so on and so forth. Matter of fact, and this is, and they said, turn ye again now every one from his evil way. That's what we tell you. And from the evil of your doings, and dwell in the land that the Lord has given unto you and to your fathers forever and ever. And go not after the gods to serve them, to worship them, and provoke me not to anger with the works of your hands. And I will do no hurt, and I will do you no hurt. So the Lord, he's trying to bargain with you here. Don't do this, and I won't have to fuck you up, so to speak. Yet ye have not hearkened, not unto me, saith the Lord, that ye might provoke me to anger with the works of your hands, to your own hurt. So you're really bringing it upon yourself. Okay? And it says, therefore thus saith the Lord of hosts, because ye have not heard my words, behold, I will send and take all the families of the north, saith the Lord, and Nebuchadnezzar the king of Babylon, my servant, and I will bring them against this land, and against the inhabitants thereof, and against all these nations round about, and I will utterly destroy them, and make them an astonishment, and hiss, and a perpetual desolation. See? And that's exactly what happens. See, the only way these other nations are able to come up against us is because we provoke the Lord. See, if we do what's right in the sight of our power, these other nations, they can't fuck with us. you know. And I believe the book of Maccabees goes into that. But see, majority of our people, they still don't listen. They still don't hearken, you know. Let me grab this. Jeremiah 7:25. Since the day that your fathers came forth out of the land of Egypt, it says, unto this day I have even sent unto you all my servants the prophets, daily rising up early and sending them. Yet they hearkened not unto me, nor inclined their ear, but hardened their necks. They did worse than their fathers, and they're their fathers coming back in the reincarnation. And they're going to be doing the same thing. They see these people that don't hearken, that don't want to listen. They provoke the Heavenly Father to wrath. They're not going to change. They're going to come back doing the same exact thing that they were doing in the past. And they're going to get the same judgment that they did before in the past, you know. But our job is to still warn, you know. And you've been warned. All you Israelites, all you other heathen nations, you've all been warned one way or another. And there's no at this point, there's no excuses, you know. But I'm ending here through the Spirit. I pray the lesson was edifying, exhorting, and comforting. And as always, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Ba'ashem, YAHAWASHI, Ba'ashem, Akakwadash. And it's on to the next one. Shalom.